every day. I bring it every day. I bring it every day. I bring it every day. When does she bring it every day? Often does she bring it every day? Knitting, crafting, singing every day. When does she bring it every day? Cooking up something hot on Friday night. Come and stop by. I bring it every day.
Hello. Let me pull myself back on the counter. Okay, so I had a little sticky computer, which is very weird. But anyway, welcome in. I think I see some peeps. Hello. Hello. So, welcome to Monday. This is a Monday motivational quick pop up. There's a lot of people. It's going to be a busy morning for a lot of people. So, I don't want to, I'm just going to give my weekly little update and then hopefully get everybody started on a positive note. So I saw Tina Bailey popped in and I see April. Yay. And then there's Michi. Good morning. Okay. So there's Tina. There's April Showers Network. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. And good morning. Michi, I know you're going to work, girl. I can't believe you're like moving and able to chat. That's awesome. I appreciate you stopping in. So I'm just going to start I want us all to start the week out on a positive note. And there's Drew. Hello, good day. I don't know what time it is there. It's not day yet. Good evening, I think. Yes, but saying good day. It's almost Tuesday. Right. That's what I thought. Okay, so let me read that again. Hello, Kelly and chat. Midnight Monday right here, almost Tuesday in Australia, saying good day. Wow. Okay, now I know I can never get these hours. I know it's 13-ish hours ahead of me. So anyway, but let me give you the inspirational quote because that's why we're here. And then I'm going to craft a little bit and then we'll chit chat and anything else you want to talk about. But let's see. Yes, that's pretty cool. Thanks for coming, Drew. All right. So this is what we have. And I think I'm going to share my screen. I'll just do this. Let's see. Oh, 11:56 p.m. Boyfriend. Wow. I always say girl. That's amazing. But boyfriend, that's amazing. Adelaide, that's where you are. I knew. My grandmother's name was Adeline. That was her name. Yeah. So when I hear that name, they used to always call her Adelaide, even though her name was Adeline. And I'm sure the people named Adelaide got that name also, because that was a popular name at the time. But anyway. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, God bless you too. All right. Okay, I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to put it in the chat. I should have done this first, but I didn't have time. But here goes. Okay, so today's inspirational quote is from Leo Buscaglia, and he says that your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. So Leo Buscaglia, Buscaglia. So I like that one. So we're going to go with that one today. Bam. And I'll type it in the chat. All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming. We have, you got your coffee. Magnificent Germany with Derek. Look, I have mine too. I needed one today. So anyway, I had a few. Oh, that's an awesome quote. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sort of playing the nurse right now. So I have some family members that have been convalescing. So I've been sort of running around and I figured they're sleeping. Everything's good. So that's what I'm doing. But that's an awesome quote. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that people don't always realize. You have to sort of, if you're lucky in your life, you're able to find your gift and make it work and maybe earn a living at it. And then you're never working. So that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Now, I've not been that lucky. But in my dreams, I would, I love that. I'll give you an example. So I had a neighbor who knew that they wanted to go to be like a TV person. And they went to, so their whole schooling was kind of geared that way. And when they went to college, they did communications. And then they got a job, doing radio and TV. And I was like, well, they knew exactly. And they were like 4 or 5 years old. And I said, man, that's crazy. Because I didn't know. And the things that I thought that I wanted to do back then, I'm not doing now for sure. And so that's the way life kind of takes you down these crazy roads. Oh, there's Joyful Julie. Good morning. And we have Miss Angie's Treasures. Good to see you. Are you free for a minute? No? Yes, no, maybe? But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like I wish I was that focused, as a young child. And I'm amazed when I see young children that are that focused early in life, because it's amazing. Because I just wasn't there. And as you know, I kind of dibble and dabble in a lot of things, and that's what I do. So maybe that was part of the problem. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho, like I said, I just want to tell you guys, it's National Crochet Month, and I've been doing a little bit of teaching, and I'm going to be doing some a little bit later today. My local library, I have a couple libraries, but the one that's really close to me is having a class today. And we had a fiber arts class about a year ago and got it up to like 40 people. And then it just crashed and burned. And so as part of National Crochet Month is that they want you to come out and like meet with people, bond with people over crochet, teach crochet, learn crochet, all those things. And so today my group that was 40 that fell to 0 is now back to 2. So it's going to be myself and another young lady. And hopefully we get some other people later today that'll come. And that's kind of part of the month, is just to show kind of the joy of creating, the joy of crochet and art. And if for those you who don't know, like I kind of dabble in a lot of things, but I've been sort of hyper focused on the fiber art, so knitting and crocheting. And so that's really why I've just been so crazily hyper focused. I can't believe it. Like this is the most focused I think I've been. And I've probably been at this about 10 years now, at least on YouTube, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how life kind of takes you down these paths and things like that. So, but anyway, maybe if anybody wants to share in the chat, since we got a couple of people, I mean, good day. All right. Yeah. Drew's so friendly. So are you exploring anywhere interesting, or did you know that you were always going to be like an explorer, Drew? I always like to ask that question. Did you know what you wanted to be when you were younger? Like, were you that focused? Because that's really the interesting thing. Because the thing is, if you use your gifts, it definitely goes a lot easier. Then you're not like pushing upstream. Although, working and pushing upstream is okay, but it definitely is a lot more, I guess, psychologically easier on you, when your gifts kind of match your talents, that kind of thing. But I always wonder, like I said, when I see people that hyper focused, I'm like, whoa, good for you. Good for you, because you're young and you got it all figured out. Yeah, I wish I had it. So, but the other little thing that I had planned on today, so we talked about the motivation and just with crochet or knitting or any kind of thing like that, it's always helpful to get training, and so it's always good to hook in with somebody. And that's really what the month is about, is to bond with people, over arts and crafts and things like that. But the one thing I just wanted to show, and I know a lot of the people that do this crocheting that are around know this already, but if you go to a lot of the craft stores, they always give you free patterns. And so to really learn how to make something, it's always helpful to get a pattern. And, so the one prime example, so this is like a Hobby Lobby pattern, and I'm not sponsored, but you can go into Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's, and then they have these free patterns. Like here's an example. So this is this one came out earlier this winter. It was called Warm Up. And in this pattern, they've got a crochet one here and a knitted one there. So yeah, knitted on the top. Let me get a little closer. And then a crocheted one on the bottom. And they give you the whole pattern. So it's this opening book. And you see, I've had this well worn. I always take these, like if I go into a doctor's office and read and figure out how they do it. So it gives you all the information, all the pattern, and it shows you how to do it. Both the knit and the crochet. So there's the knit part there. And then here's the crochet part there. So this is one useful way to learn, is if you have a pattern. Now, reading patterns takes a little bit of skill, but it's really not that intense. And actually they explain what all the little symbols mean and things like that for you. So that's just one example of a place where you can get a free pattern and then you can sort of get yourself started. But also, joining a group is really probably the best way to do it, because what you find is when you find these, I always call them old ladies, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. But I mean people who've been doing it for a long, long time. And those are the people that can really help you out. We got Tampa's Creek Homestead. Hello. You're driving. Okay, be careful. Let's see. And then Drew is saying, in terms of his, let me come up here. Now he said, yep, I took a path of university, got it. Did a Bachelor of Arts in Politics, was into politics heaps, then lost my passion. I tried a post-grad in journalism. The roles are hard to get. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I had a neighbor that worked for one of the top journalism schools in the United States. Didn't go there, but ended up teaching there and became tenured and the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But, they really gave her a hard time. Like, her whole tenure process was terrible. But anyway, but it's good. But anyway, those jobs are hard to get. Yeah, and I don't know how people get them, to be honest with you. And then, so Drew's now doing logistics, coordination, making sure freight is on time and at the right semi-trailer. Wow. Never thought I'd do that. Aha. Exploring, though, is my passion. If only it paid better. Yes, I can relate to that too. Yes. And I think groups are a great idea. Yeah, because, since the pandemic, a lot of people really have not been socializing. And they do it online, but I don't think it's the same. I've met some cool people on YouTube, and I love you all. But, I haven't hung out. And so I noticed that a lot of some of the communities are getting together as much as they can. You know what I mean? But it's hard. And good morning, Kenneth Wilkinson. Hey. Yes. Oh, yes. And Michi says, yep, love the free patterns at stores, can be very inspirational. Love it. Love it. Yeah. So that's just an example of one. And then, if you find yourself like a, how to crochet book, there's patterns in there. And you can go to the library, check one out. You can buy one. I'd say don't spend a lot of money. Go to the thrift store. Maybe you might find somebody on Facebook Marketplace who's clearing out stuff, because you might find some good stuff, So there's this one. And then I'll show you this other little pattern. These are adorable. I love these patterns. Let's see. Love the free patterns. I love it. Yep. Thanks, Michi. And Drew said, yeah, Kelly, it's kind of who you know and how perfect you look. Oh my gosh. It is so tragic. Like, you cannot be, I'm going to say homely for lack of a better word. And I was watching, I know, and then I'll give you a comment on this, which made me laugh. I used to watch Grey's Anatomy, and that show was so over the top, like in so many ways. But the one thing that I remember thinking when I saw it was that everybody on the show is very, very attractive. And I just remember kind of thinking, that's so not real. I don't know, Michi's a nurse, so she can sort of, attest to that. But the thing that was funny is several seasons into Grey's Anatomy, this woman, was like knocked unconscious, and they bring her in the emergency room, and she's like, oh, I'm so, she had hit her head and she had a concussion or whatever. And all the doctors came in there one by one, and they're examining her or whatever. And all of a sudden she pops up and she goes, oh my goodness, all of you people are so beautiful. What is going on? I think she said, am I in heaven or something? And I thought that was the funniest thing, because I realized, even though I knew, intellectually, that TV people are pretty, there are very few homely people on TV. I mean, there really are none, actually. But, she kind of made that comment, and they kind of laughed. I think that was their way of sort of like kidding themselves, how their whole vision of that show is so like not real. Because everybody was gorgeous, on that show. Yep. So I thought that was hilarious. Yep. So that's cool. Yes. And good morning. Yes. So anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. Oh, there's Jeanette. Hey, good to see you. Welcome in. I figure I'll go on for a little hour and then I'm going to dip out, because I have a little bit of quiet time this morning. So things are like relaxed. And did I see Dreamy? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, Grey's is intense, but you love it. Yes. Isn't that funny? So I have a relative that's in the medical field, like a physician, and I tried to get them to watch one of the episodes, and they were like, "Nah, that's not real." But I think the intenseness of the surgery. See, I think if I came back around again, the surgery kind of got me interested. Like I said, darn it, I wish I knew I was kind of interested in that when I was much, much younger. But that was really cool. I mean, I don't know if I have the. I'm going to tell you though, I I can tell you I don't have the stomach for it, but I have the interest in it. And what and the things that they can do to repair people and things like that. But I didn't know that until I was, till like, whenever Grey's Anatomy came on. That's about when I found that out. So that was too late. Too late. But I thought that show was pretty cool, just in terms of some of the procedures and how they talk through them and things like that. Yep. So anyway, Drini, how you doing? And good morning. Oh, thank you. You're so kind, Jeanette. And Jeanette saying hey to everybody. DOI Creations. Oh, never. Well, and how many years of school? I think I would have to start all over. Like I'd have to literally go back, get all the pre-med stuff, and then the meds. Oh my goodness, yeah, that I would be so old by the time it's over. Then I would probably be too old to do surgery. That's the only tragedy. Yeah, because medical school, in the United States takes a long time. Really does. Yeah, it takes a long time. And I saw a lot. I had some friends that were pre-med and pre-law and all that stuff, and we were young, like when we started. You know what I mean? And by the time, like now, all those people are starting to. I'm not going to say they're retiring, but they're starting to think maybe I need to change careers. So that's crazy. Because I never was focused that way. Like I had a lot of people that went to law school that I went to college with, and I had no interest at all. And I remember going, ugh, law. But now I see, the change. The sad part is you can't really change the law. But in my mind, I thought, oh, I see there's some places where they could really clean it up. You know what I mean? Or just make it more streamlined. Because, like, I don't know if you guys ever follow like some of those shows, but like by the time, let's say you commit a crime and then you get arrested, by the time you go to trial, it can be a year, which to me is not effective, because people are languishing in prison for years before they even get to trial. And that's terrible. Like that shouldn't be that way. But anyway, that's my little rant. We got Grammy. Hey, good to see you. Good morning. So yeah, just came on live a couple minutes this morning, and then just trying to start everybody out on I'll give you another quote here. Oh, let's see. Drew said, friend of mine in Melbourne, Australia, is 34 and retraining. Oh wow, doctor of medicine. He was previously air traffic controller. What? Yeah, that is crazy. See, that can happen. Wow. Yes. Ooh, that's awesome. How's he doing? Because that whole thing. Yeah, I mean that whole process is crazy. What's that called? Internship, residency. See, that's the thing that scares me. It's not the medical school. It's the after. By the time you really get to practice, that's the tragic part of it. Because it's really 10 years, I think, ish, before you really get yourself going. 8 to 10 years. Yeah, it's a long time. But that is a cool process. And see, that's how life can take you. Life can take you down these crazy paths. You know what I mean? So there's that. But I'm going to type this in the chat here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to type it right this way. Okay. And then we'll see. Yeah, that's really cool. But anyway, thank you all so much. Yeah, there's a lot of study. Yep. Yes. Oh, and thank you, Drew. Yes. Oh, boy. Come on. Yeah, my internet this morning. Of course, like the minute you want to go live, it's like all night long I've been watching all this stuff. Your talent is God's gift to you. Yep. And then, of course, the minute you try to stream, it's like, nope. And I'm just like, really? Yeah, let's see. I'm going to type this. I'm going to type this slowly to you. And, and I'll put this in the chat and I'll pin it for you guys. What you do with it. Okay. But yeah, that's great. But anyway, like I said, I think medicine and law is interesting now. See, at the time when I was in school, I was not interested. And I just went, oh man, so that's kind of the way life is, you figure it out late, probably too late. But But that's cool. So I wonder the air traffic controller, and they'll see that's an interesting job. I was thinking I would be so afraid I would make the wrong, you know how they do the, they do the the directions with those lights or whatever. And I said, "Oh, what if you do the wrong one and they go the wrong way and you cause problem?" I don't know. See, isn't that terrible? I shouldn't think that way, but you do with it. But I was thinking like, "Oh no, I'm going to be the one to make the plane wreck," you know? Yeah. So I don't know. That scares me. Okay, let me make sure I type is one more line here. What you do with it is your gift back to God. Okay. There we go. I know, right? Oh, good morning. Is that Nana Michelle? Hey. Okay. Good to see you. Okay. And I'm going to put this quote in and I'll pin it. I think I got it right here. Let's see. Yes. And make sure I'm going to spell this man's name. Okay. And B-U-S. Make sure I got this right. But I love these inspirational quotes. Like I've been sort of, how life takes you kind of on these ups and downs. And so when I feel like I'm getting, I won't say down, but if I'm getting like not up, I always just try to keep myself Buscaglia. Okay, I think I got it. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, and what am I working on? Let's see. Oh, there's Stephanie. Hey, good to see you. Did I spell this right? Hang on a second, y'all. I want to make sure. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Of course I did. There we go. Yes, I just want to make sure I don't misspell this man's name. And I forgot I have my stream is on StreamYard and YouTube. So you just have to make sure, because once you spell it, that's really weird. There we go. I pinned the message. Okay. Hopefully this will spin. There it is. Okay. Nice. There we go. We got it. All right. And there's Odom. Good morning. Okay. So I pinned today's inspirational quote in there. And welcome in. And okay. Well, Michi, good to see you. Good luck. Hopefully it's productive and safe for everybody in the hospital. Yes. And I always appreciate you stopping in. We got Odom's Homestead. Hey. And Death Mage. Hey, good morning. Thanks for checking in. Yes. Yes, yes. So you're at work. Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Yes. But anyway, Michi, by the way, I have like 8 nurses in my family. Just wanted to tell you that. I don't know if you knew that. Got a lot of them. So I know about the nurses. Yeah. All kinds too. Yep. But anyway. Oh, I did. Thank you so much, Death Mage. Yes, thank you so much. So where have you been? I know you're gaming, but I haven't been it's weird. Like I haven't been on YouTube. So this is another thing, and this is here's the confessional. I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, and I said I have to, be better. And oh, okay. Oh, here's the question. I forgot Kenneth's question. And let me say hi to Stephanie. Stephanie sells stuff for the seashore. How are you doing? I can't believe you're awake. She has late night sales. They're good. But I'm like, girlfriend, I can't do it. So the knitting and crocheting, what's the difference? Let's see. So I know Death Mage does a little bit of crocheting and just gaming. Okay. Yes. So the difference between knitting and crocheting. So knitting is, you use a hook. Sorry. Crochet, you use a hook. See, I'm going back and forth. So crochet, you use a hook. And knitting, you use 2 needles. Let me just grab this here. So I'm sort of playing around, with so this is knitting. And the whole idea, like you're doing loops regardless, and you're making a fabric, regardless if you're talking knit or crochet. But knitting, you're using two needles. And then crochet, you're using a hook. There we go. Yep. And that's the difference. Oh, you accidentally woke up. That's funny. Yes. Okay. Yes. So the whole thing is crochet can be faster and it's more lacy. It's very lacy. So here's a piece of crochet. So I'll show you. So the crochet is kind of lacy. There's some holes. You see that? And it's definitely, pretty lacy. This is knit. It's not as lacy. There's some holes in there, but it's really, I would say, less holes, less lacy, whereas crochet can be very lacy. And but the whole thing is, you're manipulating the yarn to make loops, which makes fiber, and then bam. So the thing that's really interesting with let me see if I can do this really quick here. I'll show you just a little bit of knitting, and then we'll go here. Okay, let me plug this in. Gotta plug this in. Move that out the way for a second. But let me see. Let me check out the new comments here. Oh yeah, it takes you a long time. That's what a Death Mage is saying. Yeah. So crochet, like anything else, the whole thing is you need to take your time. You need to build up your speed. Like, it doesn't come fast. Some people, maybe it comes fast, but not everybody. It's not fast for everybody. So it takes like a minute. So I would just say, if you're learning, get a book, check it out. And when you're new, it will take a minute. But crochet in general can be fast because of the situation. I mean, because it's just that you're just, the hook sort of can move fast. Now, there are speed knitters. I have seen speed knitters, and I don't know how they do it. I've seen them on, they have contests where they say, who's the fastest knitter? And those people can really knit. And there was a guy in my old group that was pretty much a speed knitter. But he got older. Like, he had a heart attack. He had some issues, like heart attack, stroke. He had all these things happen. And so he got a little slower, but he'll tell you, he could crank out a scarf knitting, in about a couple days. He's pretty quick. A crochet, you could probably do one in a whole day. And I would say 6 to 8 hours. And then, so things like that. So I'm going to put this here. I think we're good here. Yeah, that's a good shot. And okay, there we go. All right. So let's see if this works. But yeah. Oh, there's Granny D. Hey, I love you so much. Good to see you. I love everybody, but Granny D is the grande dame of the crochet world right now on YouTube. Which one is more fun? Ooh, I don't know. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's very different. And okay, see, there's Granny D. She said, I love knitting and crocheting. Different looks, but create some lovely wearables. Yes. See, and that's the whole thing. But I think crochet is slightly better for, I'm not saying better for blankets, but I think you can whip up a blanket pretty quickly. I mean, most people, But let me see. I got to find my place here. So I made this blanket. I've been working on this. Everybody has seen this for a while, but I'm only like a week in, and I haven't been doing many rows. You know what I mean? I really have been slow doing the rows, but I'll show you. Let me see. Let me switch over. I'll show you a little bit of the difference, Kenneth, and then you'll see. Let's see if I can get this in here. Just a little, how, the slight difference of it. Okay, so that's my computer. Woohoo! There we go. All right, make sure I'm in the shot. So anyway, let me see. Close that. All right, here we go. I can see myself. Okay, so this is crochet, and I'm just making some stitches here. And you see, I'm going pretty fast. I would say I'm going pretty fast. So you're just using a hook, and you're going through and you're doing these stitches. And I'm, like I said, because I've been doing crochet for so long, I am a little bit faster at this point than I am knitting. But it's only because I have not been knitting as much. But hopefully you can see that. But that's what we're doing here. Pink, I know, it's crazy. Yeah, this is... Somebody requested a pink blanket, so I went, oh, Lord, okay. But I found this pink. I had this, like, it's like a pound of yarn, which in pink is pretty good. But actually, I was going to possibly change colors at this point. Yeah, I am pretty fast. So you like Tunisian. See, I haven't done Tunisian Death Mage. One day, I will get that Tunisian. I have a Tunisian hook that I picked up from the Goodwill. And Oh, and that's another little tip. You know, if you're a Goodwill person, but there we go. So that's knitting, and you see how fast it is, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Stephanie resells some good stuff, right? So do you know each other, Angie? Angie and Stephanie? Because I know Angie's like in the resellers community too. But she has late night sales, and I used to try to sit through them, but because I get up so early, I can't make it. Because I think you're in California, right? I know you're on the West Coast somewhere. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, you do know each other. Yeah, that's why I figured you did. Yeah, because Angie's a seller also. Yeah. All these people who do the reselling. That's pretty cool. All right, let me fix this knitting here. I just made a boo-boo. But anyway, that's crochet. So you're using this hook. So the key thing is you're using a hook to work the stitches. Let me show you that one more time. So there's the hook. All right. And then here's the knitting needles. All right. And this, let's see here. I've got this backwards. Let me turn that around. Yes. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, you are California. I love California. Yeah, I had an uncle that lived in Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach. I love that area. I really, oh man, if I could have lived in that area, I would have hung out. But anyway, he passed away, and it's so tragic. If I could have bought his house, I would have. That's all I can tell you. So anyway, so I'm going to do a little bit of knitting here. So you got these two needles here. And then what you're doing is it's kind of the same thing. You're going into the loop, you know, you're wrapping it around and you're making these stitches. So this is knitting. There's a couple of different styles of knitting. This is, they call this the English style. And they call it where you throw the yarn around the needle. And that's what I'm doing. And there's a continental style where you pick the needle. You pick the yarn off the needle. Now, I don't do that because I drop stitches. I do it every now and again, but I don't do it as much. But this is just basic knit stitch here. And this is a dishcloth. And usually during my knit and crochet groups, we do these dishcloths because they're mindless. And you can crochet these, but this one's knitted and this one is cotton. So this is some cotton. Yep. Yeah. And so you, like I said, there's different kinds of yarn. Let me get out of the shot, but cotton, this is cotton. You could use it for a dishcloth, a washcloth, a hot pot, a hot pad, things like that. Yeah. So that's where it is. Okay. You like the green? Okay, Drew. I see it. Let me change my camera. But anyway, so that's the difference between knit and crochet. And let's see, knitting, you know, like you can make like I think like if you think of a shirt that you're wearing, what you might find is most sweaters are knitted, you know, and you can machine knit. That's the other difference too. Like machines can knit, but machines cannot crochet. And that's something that people don't know. You know what I mean? So you'll see like in a lot of the department stores and things like that, there's knit items. All that stuff is made by machine mostly. And a lot of people, like most sweaters that you wear are knitted. But crochet, you need a human being to do that. That's something that a machine cannot do. And that's another difference. But yes. Let's see. Yep, everyone's saying hi. We got Bronze Flat Power God. Welcome in. Yep. And then Granny D said, yep, English is throwing. Yep. So they throw the yarn around the needle. Yep. There we go. And then let's see. But anyway, welcome in, you guys. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, man. This is awesome. So so Jeanette, I saw your video yesterday. I did not comment. And I saw Poppy's video yesterday. Hey, you guys are working it. All the YouTubers, all the creative people. And everybody's saying hi. So anyway, anybody have any big plans for the weekend? For the week, actually. And hopefully, you know, got you started out on some good ones there. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm trying to think of the other. I have one more quote, and I'll do that. Oh, this is a good one, too. I like this one. It says, be happy for this moment in your life. So, you know, you got to live in the present, you know, and make the present the best. Yep. So be happy for this moment. Be happy for this moment. And the author's name is Omar Khayyam. Yes. Be happy for this moment. I think I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to plug that in. Yes. Oh, you're fascinated by it all. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So that's really it. Yeah, you better go to bed. Drew, thanks for stopping in. Yep. You got to work in 7 hours. All right. Got to do that logistics. Get that freight where it's supposed to be. That's cool. Yeah, love to see you. Have a good sleep. And we'll see you soon. All right. Thanks for stopping in. Yes. So but anyway, that's where we are today. Guys and girls, we're having some coffee, starting the week out on a positive note. I'm very excited. And then, and try to create something and enjoy the process, while you're creating. And hopefully I don't have to tell you guys that, but, like a lot of people when they start out, they want, everybody wants everything really fast, and it doesn't work that way. You have to enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? The creators of the crafting people. Yes. Let's see. I'll put this last quote in here. There we go. Be happy for this moment. Yes. We'll do that. Be happy for this moment. All right. And I'm just going to put that in here. Hay. Make sure I spell this correctly. Let's see. Khayyam. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. And let me just make a little space here. So, anyway, let me know if you think any of this is helpful. And, things like that. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I see the hearts. Yes. Night Crazy Poppy Lady and everyone. Oh, 12:31 a.m. Tuesday in Adelaide, Australia. So good night and good morning to you all. True. You're funny. I love it. Yes, there we go. I love it. Let me see if I can put that on there. Come on, Slowpoke. Yeah, StreamYard's a little slow today. That's good. That's awesome. All righty. So anyway, this week, like I said, I found a new group. I found another group. Another crochet group. So I'm going to be hanging out with them a little bit later today. And I'm very excited that we're going to be, I don't know if for the people that just came in, I had a crochet group at another library. So I go to libraries and meet up with people and, crochet and knit. And what happened was, our group got real big. It was like 40 people at one point. And I forget what happened, but, and the one lady brought like 10 people with her. It was just one lady. And I said, oh my goodness. And the poor teacher, like when you have 40 people and you only have one teacher, that's really tough. And she said, can you help me? And I was like, I guess I will. Because it was specifically knitting. And there's a lady that in our group that's trying to crochet. She learned to knit but couldn't crochet. And she was having trouble. So I'll be working on that with her today. And that's my latest little announcement there. But yeah. Oh, good to see everybody. So Stephanie, when's your next sale? And what are you selling? You have anything good? Any previews you want to give us? Because I want to try to get over to one of those. But I know, I have a lot, I've been collecting, which is terrible. And I really need to unload some stuff too. Yeah. Sounds like fun. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. So the thing that's really funny is, my husband was trying to start an anime group. And, because what happened is my husband likes to do that cosplaying. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but we went to a couple of these shows and people, they get dressed up like they're superheroes or whatever. Some of them do like the Disney princesses. So you see a little bit of everything. You see Superman, you see all these things. Okay, tomorrow. There we go. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to have to check it out. Hold on. Let me put that on the screen. Let me read that. Come on, Slowpoke. StreamYard. There we go. Oh, So 4 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. No idea what I'll have. You understand that? Yes. Yes, it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. But that's good. Yeah. But anyway, I need to unload some stuff too. So I don't know. We'll figure out how I'm going to do that. I don't know. Spring's coming and the yard sales and the flea market. It hasn't really picked up yet. So I have like one more month. I think April is where it's really going to pick up. Like around Easter, ish. That's when they pick up. So I'm, knock on wood, I'm going to have to do a little bit of both just to unload some of these things. Cause I've been buying like, you made a few costumes. Okay. Yeah. So my husband made, what did he make? He made a Doctor Strange outfit. So, it's like that big weird cape. And, yeah, I don't know if you know who Doctor Strange. So I'm in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. And we have a lot of flea markets and antique malls, all those things. I haven't jumped into the antique mall yet because I have some things that are of value, but not probably high enough value to fit in some of those antique malls. So it's weird. Like I'm kind of in the middle of all of that. Yeah. So that's why I'm having trouble figuring out where to go. Yeah, with that. But my husband made a Doctor Strange outfit. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, I know where it is. It's on my Facebook page. I forgot. I put it there because I was bored. But anyway, we went to this. We went to one of those, things in DC, and everybody loved his outfit. Yeah, Doctor Strange, and we worked really hard. Oh, hey Tina, thanks for coming again. I know I had a little slow start, and there's Sarah. Yeah, I had a little slow start, but let me see if I can show you this Doctor Strange if I can find it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But anyway, it was really interesting. Okay, cosplay. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Yes. We went to one of the cosplay conventions and all those people were so dressed up. Like I just really what I do is I wear a t-shirt because I don't feel like being fancy. I just wear a t-shirt that has like something on it. You know what I mean? And I just go, okay, I like this. And that's what I do. But other than that, let me see if I can get this picture up. I'll show you this picture and then we'll probably shut it down in a second. Okay, let me see if I can get it here. This is pretty funny. But okay, here it is. All right, let me see if I can make it as big. Okay, there it is. Oh my gosh, he looks crazy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share this. You're going to laugh at this. Yeah, we went to a Comic-Con. It was called Awesome Con. I think it's Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. And it's at the convention center right downtown. And we like Washington. Well, we're really close to Washington, so we go all the time. So, okay, don't laugh at me. This picture just looks crazy. Okay. All right, here goes. Yeah, I just realized how crazy this picture looks. Okay. Let's see here. Let me add it to the stream. Okay, you ready? Oh my God, this is crazy. All right, let me make this big. Okay, it's big. Okay, there it is. Okay. So you see, this is my husband on the left. Okay. Stan Lee in the middle when he was alive. And then me. And then my daughter. And I forget who the heck she was. She was that lady from Steven Universe. I cannot remember the name. Don't ask me because I can't follow. But that's my husband's outfit. So he sewed that whole thing. And yeah, it was crazy. I didn't dress up. Well, I have a t-shirt on that's from oh God. Don't ask me. I know I'm terrible at this, guys. It's either Teen Titans or something. It's one of those things. Like I think the only thing I really like is Lapis. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, she was Lapis, and then I have a Teen Titans shirt which you can't see on there. But anyway, that's it. So crazy, right? Yeah, yeah. We met Stan Lee. Yeah, so I'll tell you that story real quick. It was crazy. So long story short, he was 91 or 92, and he was coming to Los Angeles at this particular time. And my daughter was like, I want to meet Stan Lee. And my husband's like, yeah, I do too. And I went, oh, for the love of, because they had to go to Los Angeles to do it, 6 hour flight, the whole thing, and get hotels and the whole thing. And I just went, no. I said, okay, fine. So I said, you guys, said you two go. I'm going to stay home because I didn't want to go through and do this whole thing. Oh, hey, good to see you, Shawnee. 2003. Thanks for coming in. Great pick. So anyway, so my husband and my daughter go and they meet him. So literally 1 year later, they go, oh, first of all, they said he was going to retire. And so we're thinking, okay, Stanley's going to retire because he was like 90, 91, 92. I don't even know how old he was. He was up there. So we're thinking, okay, he's never coming back. So the next thing you know, he comes to Washington, D.C. And my husband's like, can we go see him? And I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, fine. So we go down there and we get to meet him. But, you got to pay him, a couple bucks. And it was really interesting. But the thing that was funny about Stan Lee was they said, you can put your arm around him. Don't talk to him too long, be nice or whatever. I don't know. They were like, don't touch him, don't feel him up, but you can put your arm around him. You can, stand around him and blah, blah, blah. So we did that. And so that's how that picture came to be. But it was really cool. But anyway, I said to him, to Stan Lee, I was like, thank you for letting us take a picture. And he goes, oh, that's nice, honey. You're welcome. And I went, oh. And that was my interaction with Stan Lee. It was kind of cool. Yeah. But it does look like, yeah. And then, so because anyway, but here's the other thing. He signed a trading card that my husband had. That he had gotten this trading card when he was about 6 or 7 years old. And it was Stan Lee as a superhero. And I can't remember which one. And he was kind of like, how superheroes have that little pose. It was kind of Stan Lee, but it was drawn or whatever. And the guy signed it and he didn't charge him. Like usually what they do is they charge you to sign. Like they'll have photographs that you have to purchase and then they sign them. And you have to pay them to meet, the whole thing. But he didn't charge him at all. He just said, oh, that's really nice. But anyway, he passed away, I think, 1 or 2 years later, which I was surprised. Like I thought he was going to pass away. Whatever that year was when he was in Los Angeles. And so anyway, it was just weird. It was weird. We got to meet him. Yeah. So anyway, thanks. It's a good pick. Yeah. So that's been a while now. I forget when that was. You met Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. Oh, okay. With my ginger grandson. Oh, that's cool. Doctor Who, I guess. Yes. Yeah. He looks like he could be in the Flash movie. Okay. Gotcha. But that was cool. Yeah. So we had a blast. It was really interesting, and, but the other one, I'll tell you the other story real quick too, is we just met, oh Lord, what is her name? Catherine Bach. Catherine Bach from, oh my goodness. That show. We met Catherine Bach. Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my goodness. There we go. And we just met her back in May of last year. No, it was August. It was August of 23. And, we waited. And so the thing that was really funny was all the Dukes of Hazzard people came. So it was John Schneider and the other one. I forget his name, but the darker hair came. And they were late. It was funny. John Schneider and the other one were late. And they had the car there. They had the General Lee and Daisy Dukes. Yeah, that's it. And the thing that was funny was my husband was the number 2 in line. He was either number 1 or number 2 for Catherine Bach. And I was like, okay. And I said, I'm not going to pay. I said, I'll just stand back and I'll take the photos while you're while you're standing next to Catherine Bach. And she goes, your wife's over there? Tell her to get over here. And I went, oh Lord. And I was all like not prepared because I was carrying all his jacket and his coat and all the crap he was buying. And but anyway, she's talked to him for like 25 minutes. I could not believe it. And he got so many pictures with her. Like it was crazy. And I went, okay, Catherine Bach, you're my new favorite. So she was very kind to my husband. And I really appreciate that. And most people would never have done that. And, they talked and talked and talked. And she was telling her whole life story. And I was just like, how you're just kind of like, what is happening? That's what happened. So that was cool. But I put that on my Facebook page. That's the only picture like I really have on there. Because I don't even really go on Facebook like that. But yeah, it was cool. So those are some of the not weird people, but the unusual people that I've met. Yeah. But she was very sweet. And I said, oh, Love her. Love her so much. She's like my new favorite. Yeah. So anyway, so that's it. But thank you guys so much for humoring me. Yeah. And thanks you guys for coming in on Saturday. So we'll be doing another crochet along somewhere along the way. And I'll probably be popping up this week. I know I'm going to be cooking on Friday. I have a little cooking show at like 6 Eastern. I'll be doing that on Friday. And not sure what's going to happen on Wednesday-ish. Usually that's when I meet with my crochet group. But I found a new group, so I'm going to be meeting with them tonight. But I probably won't video. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's only 2 of us, so we'll see what happens. So it's around 5 Eastern. And even though Granny D, I may just record it. So we'll see. But thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support. And keeping the channel going has been awesome. And the fact that people pop up is great. And I love, I love sharing, like my passion. This has been my passion, I guess, for about 10 years, and it's been fun. So anyway, thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you very, 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 very soon on the YouTube streets. Take care. And thanks, Poppy. Peace.